Hey guys, it's Anthony. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go over one of the top 10 car selling tips that comes to my mind. If I were to pick a top 10, on that list somewhere and very high on it is following up. Did you know that 48% of salespeople fail to follow up with their customers? 48%. That's literally 1 out of 2 fail to follow up. I think in today's market, follow-up is more important now than ever. I say it in all of my sales meetings in the dealership because I'm in the trenches day in and day out in the dealership with salespeople, and I believe follow-up is more important now than ever. If you kind of rewind back to when the market was normal, for lack of a better term, it was a blessing to be the first stop for your customer to go to, right? It's a blessing because everyone has all of the same vehicles. Chances are you were able to maneuver a little bit and give aggressive pricing. And as long as you leverage you being the X factor, right, being the variance, you can make the deal happen. So it's a blessing to pluck that customer out of the market. It's still a blessing, and I believe I always want first crack, but there's a yin to that yang, or vice versa, that there's also a curse, right? Because right now, customers, they're feeling sticker shock. They're paying payments of $300 per month from 3 years ago, and on that same exact car with all the same equipment, they're $600, $700 a month right now. So they're getting sticker shock. They're literally freezing up, and they have to kind of get out of the dealership, go home and digest. And sometimes they have to go to another dealership just to hear them say the same thing, and it starts to validate what you're saying. So it does become a curse sometimes that if you have to be the bearer of bad news, how do you kind of overcome that? How do you mitigate the risk of losing that customer or increase the chance of getting them back? It's follow-up. But what happens is we tell ourselves this narrative that, they're not going to have any more money to put down. They're not going to have a co-signer. They're going to want to wait. They told me they're a year away. They're never going to be able to bridge the gap payment-wise. But we don't know what's going on in their lives. We don't know what the conversation going home with their significant other was, right? Maybe saying to themselves, okay, and I use this example in training in the dealership. All right, well, Susie's student loan, there's about 6 months left on that. You think maybe we could bite the bullet for 6 months and then we're going to free up some money? Or what about that credit card? We still have that credit card with Chase? Yeah, what's the balance on that? It's $5,000. You think we could put that 5 down on the car? Or wait, I know we got that bonus coming up, holiday bonus, or you're getting your yearly bonus. Or what about tax returns? They're coming in soon. We're going to get a nice return. Or maybe they're driving home, or maybe the next day or next week or a month from now, they hear a little rattling in their trade-in, and they say to themselves, uh-oh, what could this be? Or maybe they bring it in for service, and they get hit with a $3,000 service bill. Or maybe they go to their holiday party, and they see their family member or friend with a brand new car, and they say, you know what? I want a new car. Maybe they see that commercial, or maybe they see it on social media, or maybe they drive by a dealership, and they see the same car, and they're going, you know what? Man, I want, or a different car, and it gets them back in ether. You're never going to know these things if you don't follow up with your customer. Reality check. They're never going to follow up with you. Don't buy into the bullshit that they are. What? Because 1 out of every 50 did? No, don't bank on it. You have to follow up with them. And if you did a great job when you were with them, you've earned the right to follow up with them. That's your customer to lose, unless you talk yourselves out of it and you just say to yourself it's a lost cause. But if you follow up, here's the thing. Just like their payment tolerance changes when they come into the dealership, when they come in wanting to pay $400 a month and they leave paying $700, when they leave the dealership without a car, let's say you let them out and they were at $550 a month, but we still had to get them to $800, maybe their tolerance increases to $650 a month or $700 a month. You'll never know unless you follow up with them. If you start to brainstorm, reach out to them, you move them a little bit, maybe you move their tolerance, maybe they come up with a little money down, maybe you switch cars, maybe you entertain a lease option, maybe there's different programs. You never know these things unless you reach out to them, but it's very important. And I think a lot of times salespeople don't follow up because they don't handle the customer leaving properly. They just let them walk out of the dealership, leave their desk, see you later, or they leave on a bad note. Follow-up for me starts immediately after I've exhausted all options. I'm walking my customer to the door and planting seeds of follow-up. I'm planting seeds as to when they can hear from me again. I'm walking in the door. I'm letting them off easy. I'm not making them feel embarrassed that if they have to come back and reach back out to me, right? Because in business and in life, I always say this, and all of my salespeople know this, you have to allow the other person the opportunity to save face. Saving face means not coming back to you with their tail between their legs, right? Leave the door open, extend the olive branch, allow them the right to change their mind. I'm walking them to the door and I'm saying, listen, go home, digest it. Either way, we're going to make a car deal at some point. We're going to make a deal, just a matter of when. I'm going to give you a buzz on Monday morning. I'll reach out to you around 10 o'clock. Have a great weekend. If you need me in the interim, give me a buzz. I'm going to reach out to you Monday. Go home and digest it, and we're going to come up with something. And when they leave, I shoot them a text message about 10 minutes later, thanking them for coming in. Back when I was on the floor, like say, 11 years ago, my thing that I used to like to do, I used to always like to leave a voicemail on their home answering machine. So when they got home, they saw the message and they said, oh, wow, Anthony already reached out to us. That was my little thing. I also, when they pull out of the dealership, I wave them off. I never want them to see me go back inside. I don't want to be in their line of sight and they see me go back inside and feel like, all right, he's on to the next person. That goes for when you're delivering cars. Well, another tip right there. But follow-up is the key. 48% of people aren't doing it. Imagine half the salespeople out there are putting in the legwork, putting in the time, chasing ups, and not following up. Well, I don't want to be that person. I'm not going to let somebody take my customer that I've earned the right to sell a car to. I put all the sweat equity into, all of my time, all of my energy, all of my passion, just for some schmuck down the street to sell them a car. Not going to happen. Follow-up is the key to success. That's what separates the elite from just the average. It's doing the things that you don't want to do, but you have to do. Reaching out to the customer that you were $400 per month away yesterday, because you know it's the right thing to do. And by doing it, increase the chance of selling cars. And you'll be amazed at how many customers you're able to get back in when you fearlessly follow up with a goal and a mission to keep them in the market, in the deal, as I call it. You're going to make more car deals. Follow up, follow up, follow up. It's the key to success. It separates the elite from the weak. Start doing it if you're not. Keep doing it if you are. Hey, my friend, thank you for watching. And if you want to see videos just like this one, please like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate the love and support. And don't forget, leave some comments down below. I'm looking forward to all of your interaction and feedback, and I can't wait to bring you more videos just like this one. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.